a todos, hoy tenemos el placer de contar con la visita de Anna Todd, autora de la tetralogía que ha vendido más de 11 millones de ejemplares en todo el mundo, After, y los protagonistas de su adaptación a la gran pantalla, Hero Fiennes y Josephine Langford. Les voy a hacer dos preguntas, como siempre, y vosotros podéis escribir por nuestras redes sociales. Bienvenidos a España, bienvenidos a Madrid. Quería preguntar para Josephine y Hero, cuando os dicen que vais a ser los protagonistas de After, perdón, ¿qué era lo que más os apetecía y lo que más miedo os daba a la vez de meteros en la piel de Tessa y de Hardin, y cómo es grabar una película sabiendo que quizá os convirtáis en las nuevas estrellas de una saga cinematográfica?
Well, first of all, welcome to Madrid. Question for Josephine and Hero. How did you feel like when you learned that you were going to be the protagonists of After? What did you fear the most? Were you looking forward the most? And how do you feel when you think that you're going to become stars in this whole phenomenon?
Do you want to go?
I felt very lucky to have been cast. You know, very fortunate to be a part of something which has such a passionate fan base. I don't know if I was scared. I don't know what I was most scared of. Because you had, sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hero, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, my agent first told me that I didn't get the part. And I said, you wouldn't invite me out to a cafe with you to say that. And he was like, yeah, so you got the part. And I was really excited, obviously, and I think you just want to get stuck in. You just want to. It's just the anticipation before it starts is the only kind of annoying bit, and you just want to jump in the deep end.
Anna, how did you receive the news that the book was going to be turned into a film? Did you set any conditions, any specific requirements? How did you get involved in the whole project? And how did you feel with all of this?
The way it came to be a film was a little untraditional. I actually got the film rights sold before the book was even published. Which was a little strange, and then it kind of sat for a while, and then when I realized this time that it was happening, I don't know, I just went straight into the technical parts of it. I didn't really take time to like kind of celebrate. I mostly was like, okay, well, we need to do this and this and this. I was a producer on the film, so I was very, very involved. It's been really fun to learn how to make a movie. I got kind of like a crash course in filmmaking this summer. So, yeah.
Vale, pasamos la palabra a mi compañera Lourdes, que tiene preguntas de nuestros usuarios de redes sociales.
The first question is from Adele on social media. She would like to know what your opinion is on the story told by After, and how have you felt in the shoes of these characters?
What my opinion is?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I liked it. That's why I took the job.
Yeah, I think it's I think we say this a lot, but the timeless love story is obviously never gets old, and it's told in a refreshingly realistic way that doesn't shy away from a lot of the things that other films in the same vein do shy away from.
And the second part was how we felt in the shoes of the character, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll translate that if you want.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things about Tessa's character that I connected to, so it felt, yeah, so I don't know, it felt okay.
Yeah, I felt a responsibility to make sure I got it right for the fans who know the character so well. But I was very confident that we would do that with Anna by my side.
Ellie wants to know what you feel right now that the movie is about to be released.
Bit tired. Excited. I think we just right now having a lot to do of this kind of stuff. We take it a day at a time. But I think the closer we get, the more realistic it gets, and we actually have time to think about it. Because now I don't think we're sparing much thought for the premiere. My mind's in the next half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think eventually it will hit us. It'll be the next day, and yeah.
Yeah, same. I'm really excited for people to see it.
Same.
Without doing any spoilers, Essie is asking, do you have a favorite scene in the movie? And for Anna, does she have a favorite scene in the book?
In the first book, let me think. The first book, my favorite scene is probably the wedding, and all that leads up to that. And in the film, it's the lake is my favorite, and the reveal at the end.
There were a lot of things about shooting the lake scene, which is why maybe it was my favourite. It was a very hot day, so we got to go for a swim, and that was nice. And yeah, so that was probably one of my favourite things to film.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think my favourite scenes to watch, I love watching the ones with Dylan, who plays Noah, because I wasn't there we spent a lot of time hanging out off set, but I wasn't there to see his actual scenes done, so they were all new to me, and they are hilarious. I really like it.
Carlos would like to know from the two actors, what would you highlight from the shooting with one another? I mean, what would you say it has been to make a film with Hero and vice versa?
I thought there was like a favourite moment.
I'd say just the fact to have someone else with you in the same position, like with the fact both of us and you to having a role this size to carry, to have someone else to do it with you is really helpful.
Yeah, and I mean we both came into this sort of on the same page, like it being our first lead thing, so that was really great to be going on like the same journey together.
Lena would like to know if you have related to your characters. How did you relate, or in which way? And for the three of you, any recommendations regarding novels for young people?
Go on.
There were little things about Tessa that we have in common. I think she has a pretty type A personality, and I like to walk a fine line between type A and B. We're both neat. I think we're both driven. Yeah, I can't think of any novel recommendations. There's one that someone recommended to me. It was the woman in the window. Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that could be for young people, but it's more it's like a thriller kind of.
Harry Potter.
I'll handle the novel recommendations.
Yes.
Apparently.
Great.
Yeah, I think there's one difference in our characters. Hardin would know some novels to recommend. Yeah, I think I base a lot of my character off friends of mine, people I've known and have encountered. My brother, I've drawn on a lot. And then, yeah, the rest is already there for me.
For novels, I would recommend anything by Cassandra Clare. Angie Thomas is great. The Hate You Give and On the Come Up. Really, really good. There's so many. Tahira Mafi. Trying to think of now. I can't think of any books.
Can I change my answer to The Hate You Give?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a very long answer.
Okay. Question from Irene. Is it the first time that you come to Spain? Had you been here before, and what do you like the most from Spain?
I've been to Spain a few times. I haven't been to Madrid in a while. I love the football you guys play. And the weather and the people and the food.
I've never been to Spain. It's so beautiful. I'm obsessed with the streets and the cobblestone and just the atmosphere.
Yeah, I've been here a few times. It's the people and the food, and everything is so beautiful.
I said the cobblestone. Right, alright.
The cobblestone and the people.
Why do you think that Tessa and Hardin draw so much from literature? Do you think that it is a way to sort of get young people interested in the novels that are mentioned in the book and the film?
It wasn't really intentionally like that. They just, I think it's a mixture of me being clearly really into reading, and I've always loved classic novels, so it felt like just this natural thing. I knew that I wanted him, especially, she was already a bookworm in my head, but I've never really read a romance where the guy is like, not, I wouldn't say smart, because there are some romances where the guys are smart, but well read and really does well in school. I wanted to have a really intelligent male and female character, and then I just feel like there's so many parallels in their relationship with so many classic novels that it was really easy to make those comparisons, and it was fun to have them bond over that because they're so different, and books can bring, just like film can bring anyone together. So it wasn't really a conscious choice, but I'm glad I did it now because it has made more people read classic novels.
Is there a sequel? Is it already in progress, film-wise? And in the Spanish trailer, it ends by saying that after, nothing will ever be the same. What do you mean by that? Why is nothing the same?
Well, that started with the book, like kind of a tagline, just that neither of their lives are the same, which is kind of where the title came from, of like after each other, they're different. But the sequel, I mean, in some ways it's in works, but other ways we just won't know until the movie's out. Hopefully everyone goes to watch it, and we'll have sequels, but it's not really up to us at this point. It's up to you guys watching.
Question on Facebook. Any words in Spanish? Can you speak a little Spanish?
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Buenos días.
Un momento, por
Buenos
favor.
We'll learn more, we'll come back.
Yeah.
For Anna, how do you feel by seeing that your story is being turned into a movie? And were you inspired by any real people around you when you wrote the story?
Yeah. Pretty much everything I have ever written has so much inspiration from other people and parts of myself, even if I don't realize it when I'm writing it. And how did I feel? I mean, it's a weird thing. I feel like when we see the film with an audience, it'll feel different, but for now we've just been kind of working. So I feel like I haven't taken the time to really realize that my book has become a film because I've been so busy making it. So I feel like once I'm in an audience with fans and can feel their excitement, then it'll feel real. But for now, it's just kind of the anticipation of what's going to happen kind of overclouds that.
Question, any anecdote from the shooting? Anything that you can share with the viewers? Also, Anna, how was she involved, or anything that she can tell us about the shooting?
Maybe I'll go with the bike.
The bike.
Okay, because we're really struggling with the anecdotes. There was this bike that Tessa rides, and it was literally the worst bike in the world. The seat would swivel like 300, that's not even degrees, 360 degrees. It was stiff, the tires weren't pumped, I couldn't steer it, it was
Loud.
awful.
Super loud.
So that's our anecdote.
And that's why mostly she's walking the bike, not riding it.
I hated that
Yeah,
bike.
It's bad. I feel like you deserve a car
I
in the
want
next
to
one.
burn that bike.
So we have a lot of users watching us from Spain and Latin America, sending greetings and hellos to all of you. Also people from Australia saying that you should go to Australia. And last question from Esther. Can you define in a few words each one of your characters? And Anna, can she define also briefly the two main characters of the story?
No.
Emotional, complicated. Help me out.
Impulsive,
Yeah,
smart,
that's 4.
charming.
Combative.
5, 6.
Argumentative.
You pick 3.
Was it 3 words?
Yeah,
No.
I think so.
Intelligent. What's the word for strong sense of self? Like strong
sense of
Right,
self.
yes. Strong sense of self, intelligent, and what's that personality thing that I'm trying to describe?
Determined?
Determined. Maybe, I don't know. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, all of those words. Organized, smart.
We can't do it in a few words.
And
So
it's
no, that's
complicated.
my answer. Can
Yeah.
I? No, I can't.
Pues terminamos. Muchísimas gracias por haber venido al plato de Sensacine. Mucha suerte con la película. Hasta luego.
Thank you.